While the sun shined brightly on another gorgeous Los Angeles afternoon, inside the Bicycle Casino, the spotlight was focused on the 4 former Legends of Poker champions.
This is where it all begins. This is the most exciting stop on the tour, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely, especially since we've all been successful in this
Legends are born.
It's my favorite stop.
They all hoped to be the first champion to win the same event twice. Before that could happen, Poker Hall of Famer Mike Sexton had some business to take care of.
So to kick off season 13, let's shuffle up and deal.
With the new season officially underway, many familiar faces arrived, including bluff ones to watch Garrett Greer.
I haven't played a live event in like about a month and a half. It feels good to be here again, you know. It feels good to see all the faces, and it feels good to be playing live poker again.
This $3,700 tournament would feature 3 starting days and a new twist. Players would be able to buy in on day 2 for $10,000.
Here we go.
Hoping to make it through on just 1 bullet, Season 11 Player of the Year Matt Salzberg found himself on the short stack. But after doubling up and a failed high 5, he began to gain some momentum to become one of the chip leaders.
Well, Vinny, we shocked the world. We both made it to dinner break for day 1. I mean, they're all stunned.
After the break, Vince put his tournament on the line, going all in against 2-time WPT runner-up Dylan Wilkerson. The bet gave Dylan pause, but he eventually called and ended Vince's run.
Nothing you could do, you know? Get down late at night, and now I drive home.
When play concluded for the day, it was Randy Bowie who sat on the top of the chip counts, just edging out local favourite Mike Eskandari, earning Randy a pair of monster headphones awarded to the chip leader.
Wonderful. Played great at the end. They gave me the chips at the end.
Day 1B kicked off with a new crop of players ready to take a shot at the title, including 4-time WPT finalist Kurt Kohlberg, who was getting a little ahead of himself.
I won. Whew. It was a grueling week. Somebody had to fight off all the would-be contenders, and now it's just about ladies.
Some returning players like Season 12 LAPC champion Chris Moorman, who after busting at the end of the previous day was off to a better start. 2 more bluff ones to watch made their Season 13 debut. LA local poker pro Daniel Strelitz, and from Northern California, entrepreneur Candace Collins.
Poker is a new chapter for me. That's just my #1 priority right now. I don't know why I'm so competitive. I haven't reached my goal of, making a final table yet.
And after making his WPT debut, 3-time Super Bowl champion Richard Seymour was eliminated after his flopped flush lost to the nut flush on the river.
I'll make them out tomorrow.
Of the 178 players who entered Day 1B, 76 would survive and return on Day 2. Reigning champ Jordan Christos bagged a big stack, but it was Nick Grippo who finished as the chip leader and was awarded some monster sound to go along with his monster stack.
I heard they're fantastic. I'll be wearing them on Tuesday, probably.
As the final Day 1 got underway at the Bicycle Casino, hope was in the air.
3rd time's going to be a charm.
Season 12 WPT World Champion Kevin Starman had finally arrived and was looking to score back-to-back titles, plus a bit more.
It's the only way to become the POY leader, right?
Players who had the unfortunate distinction of busting out would be able to buy in directly to Day 2 for a premium of $10,000 and receive a 60 big blind stack. Season 12 ones to watch Christina Lindley shared her thoughts on this new quantum reload format.
I think it's great. Why not beef up the prize pool? That makes the field a lot softer for me if all the really good regs are buying in for 10K and want to pay more than I did.
Looking to improve on his breakout Season 12 performance, Sean Suller folded pocket jacks in a pot with French businessman Philippe Ruas and Season 12 Legends of Poker 3rd place finisher Ryan Goendu. Sean felt good about his decision when Ryan and Philippe turned over their hands. A jack on the flop would have given Sean a set, but he avoided catastrophe as running aces gave Ryan quads and knocked out Philippe.
Dodged a big one there. Holy cow.
At the end of the day, San Diego poker pro Tyler Cornell, who had finished 11th in this event in Season 9 and Season 10, was poised to make another deep run after amassing a monster stack of over $258,000.
Day 1 C-strip leader, got some headphones, made a lot of sets. All my bluffs got through. Good day.
Before cards were in the air, there was action outside the tournament room as players stepped up to the cage and paid $10,000 for entry into day 2.
Quantum reloading here. You're to gamble, right? It's a casino, so what the heck?
27 players took advantage of the new feature, including WPT Champions Plain Flack, Kevin Starman, and Phil Locke.
These interviews are only embarrassing when you peter out later, you know? Like if I'm out in 2 orbits, there's definitely going to be a link between this segment and that he made it 2 orbits.
Phil lasted about 2 orbits. With registration closed, the tournament staff released the prize pool information.
The kickoff event of season 13 attracted 593 entries, creating a prize pool of over $2.1 million.
54 players will make the money, with first place winning just over $576,000.
The toughest table in the room featured bluff ones to watch Garrett Greer, our own Mike Sexton, Season 10 Legends champion Will Fiella, and WSOP main event winner Ryan Reese.
Table change.
I think I could have had a better table drop, but I'm going to go for Ryan's shares. It should be fun, but wish I could have been on the softer table.
Garrett may have been eyeing Ryan's stack, but it was Mike Sexton he had to worry about. Holding pocket kings, Garrett went all in on the queen high flop, but was quickly called by Mike, who had flopped a set of 5s. No help on the turn, and river knocked Garrett out of the tournament. It didn't get any easier at this stacked table when Season 9 Legends champion Andy Frankenberger took Garrett's seat.
Ryan's got the chips, Will the personality, Mike the legend. And you got the scarf. There you go.
As play continued throughout the room, the bust-outs piled up, but so did the chip stacks of 2-time WPT finalist Jeremy Kotler and playing in his first WPT tournament, local player Harry Aratunian.
So far, so good, but we're still early, you know. There's still much time. Anything could happen.
In a big pot featuring 3 WPT champions, David Chu folded, leaving the reigning Legends of Poker champion Jordan Christos all in against the reigning WPT World Champion Kevin Starman. Jordan's pocket 10s were ahead of Kevin's ace-queen offsuit, but an ace on the flop gave Kevin the lead. No help on the turn or the river ended Jordan's chance to go back-to-back.
No repeat. Makes me want to cry.
By the end of the day, 183 would see their dream of winning this year's Legends of Poker event disappear. But 67 players survived, at least for another day. At the top of the chip counts sat Chris Talone, who amassed a monster stack of over 1 million chips. Tyler Cornell finished 3rd on the leaderboard and was the only day 1 chip leader to survive the day. The remaining players would return to battle with the money bubble looming on the horizon. Day 3 got underway with 13 eliminations standing in the way of players making it to the money.
I'm in for 14,000, so I'm trying to be in for a little bit less. So I make has to be perfect.
A lot of people are really deep, and the structure is amazing, so it may take longer than expected. I'm guessing like an hour and a half.
Ryan's prediction looked spot on as the bust-outs began. Jeremy Kotler emerged as the early chip leader, increasing his stack to over 1.5 million after eliminating Season 7 Legends of Poker runner-up Amit Makija just short of cashing. On the money bubble, Ali Islami went all in, except for a $1,000 chip he was using as a card protector. Kevin Starman made the call.
Great job. Good luck, gentlemen. Good luck. I raised you with 1 chip.
The flop came ace-ace-4, giving Kevin a monster hand with aces full.
Check. That's a decent flop for me. Check. 1K.
Just in case the other card matched the first card to make it a pair, I still have a great side to call.
That was terrible. Terrible call.
For that reason,
After some deliberation, Ali made the call and saw that he was drawing dead.
I'm not really playing to cash. I'm not trying to just barely make the money. I'm trying to make a WPT final table. That's what's important to me.
With Ali out in 55th place, the remaining players were in the money. One of the first players to hit the payout line was WPT champion David Williams. Williams was knocked out at the hands of Tyler Kenny, who was going for the silent assassin look.
Good luck, guys.
The field began to thin out, and among the players hitting the rail were WPT champion Lee Markholt, main event winner Ryan Reese, Day 2 chip leader Chris Talone, and bluff ones to watch Daniel Strelitz. After hitting a king on the flop, Jeremy Kotler extended his chip lead by knocking out Season 11 Player of the Year Matt Salzberg and his pocket queens in 27th place. Jeremy looked poised to end the day with the chip lead, but at the end of the night he lost a pot and the lead to Tyler Kenny.
My friend on my left is Tyler, that's the chip lead now. But it was a great day.
Season 9 Legends champ Andy Frankenberger also had a strong day, finishing in 6th place with over 1.3 million. Quite a comeback from his slow start.
When I finished my third day one with 17,000 chips, I wasn't feeling like I'd be here today with 15 left, 16 left. It was a battle. All day, for sure, it was a battle.
16 players remain, including 2 WPT champions. Find out who will make the final 6 when we return to the Bicycle Casino on the World Poker Tour. We are back in Los Angeles with continuing coverage of the Legends of Poker Playdown. Season 12 WPT World Champion Kevin Starman is hoping to score back-to-back titles, but 15 players stood in his way as day 4 began. As the remaining players settled in and unbagged their chips, Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten stopped by to check out the action.
This is the man that got me. This is the one.
Yeah, I clipped you. That was pretty
I'm very happy to see you took care of my chips, so Andy. That's very
I've
nice.
been looking after them, okay?
I see you have. Yes,
Yeah, I'm in here.
Oh, beautiful.
I'm in here.
Oh, great.
Yes.
Oh, you didn't make many mistakes at the championship. We looked at you close. You played really well.
Kevin, congratulations. What a show you put on. Tell us how you're feeling right now.
Feeling like $1 million.
Good luck today.
Hey, appreciate it, man.
Coming into the day 13th in chips, Kevin had some ground to make up. And he quickly did, nearly doubling up while knocking out Joe Segedy in 15th place. 2-time Season 12 WPT finalist Dylan Wilkerson was next to hit the rail in 14th place. After losing a huge pot to Jeremy Kotler, local player Mike Eskandari was down to his last 9 big blinds and looking for help. Mike, a regular at the Bicycle Casino, had assembled a vocal rail who had adopted a chant of CBK, or Comeback Kid, to cheer their friend on. The positivity seemed to be working.
CBK!
After doubling through Seattle poker pro Taylor McFarland, Mike found himself all in on the flop against Kevin Starman. Kevin called and was in the lead with top 2 pair against the bottom 2 pair of Mike. But a club on the turn and the river gave Mike a flush and continued his comeback.
Well, Mike, go all night with Mike for tomorrow final table.
They love me, I love them, and I'm going to do it for myself and them. And they don't call me CBK for nothing. I always make a comeback.
Kevin Starman's hopes of winning back-to-back titles now looked dim as he was down to his last 100,000. But the Ohio native began a comeback of his own. When the final 10 players combined to one table, Kevin had fought his way back to over 1.3 million in chips. Next to bust out was Season 9 Legends champ Andy Frankenberger, whose pocket kings were cracked by the ace king of Tyler Cornell. Andy's run to win his second Legends of Poker title was over.
At least there's no regrets. There's no second guessing. There's just disappointment. It's part of being a tournament pro.
After doubling through Jeremy Kotler, the comeback kid Mike Eskandari took over the chip lead.
I told these guys this is our house. Nobody's from outside is going to take this on. It's ours, and it's going to stay that way.
Down to 8 players, Kevin Starman was poised to double up with trip queens against Tyler Cornell, who held ace king of clubs. But once again, running clubs gave his opponent a flush and knocked the WPT World Champion out just short of the televised final table.
Played as good as I could. Got unlucky a couple times. Can't complain.
The final 7 players battled for over 2 hours until Taylor McFarland knocked out Canadian Owen Crow on the TV bubble. And the Legends of Poker final table was set. For more analysis on tonight's play, let's head over to WPT's very own Mike Sexton and Vince Van Patten. Now, Mike, Jeremy Kotler is at a final table for a 3rd season in a row. Rate his chances tonight.
Lynn, Jeremy is a terrific player, and certainly his experience of having made multiple WPT final tables should give him an edge over the others tonight at the table, none of whom have been here before. His problem, though, is that everyone else has more chips. But with nearly $2 million in chips, he's got enough. If Jeremy gets off to a good start tonight, I like his chances.
Well, I'll tell you something. These guys got to be happier than Snoop Dogg on vacation in Colorado, if you know what I mean. But seriously, this is every poker player's dream. The big lights, the big cash, and the Royal Flush Girls. We have it all here tonight. This is going to be fun.
And just before the players took their seats, we grabbed a quick word with chip leader Mike Eskandari.
Can't really wait to get on that table and get it going and play my game and take it down. No questions.
Confidence is running high here at the Bicycle Casino, so who has the talent and heart to take down the title tonight? The cards are set to fly, so let's send it to Mike and Vince for the call of the game.
Well, here we go, the kickoff event, Legends of Poker of Season 13. There you see the skrill chip count. Mike Eskandari out front with nearly $6 million in chips. Harry Aratunian in second place.
Winner's going to take home over $576,000. And along with the cash winnings, the winner tonight will also get a beautiful Hublot watch. The antes are $5,000, blinds are $25,000 and $50,000. And just 10 years back, the great Doyle Brunson took down the Legends of Poker in this very casino. It was incredible. Jeremy Kotler first to act. He's a semi-professional player. Will fold his hand, and now the man with the towel on his head. Kenny will not play.
Over to our chip leader, Mike Eskandari.
He's 54 years old, out of Mission Viejo.
Former civil engineer, goes out here.
Tyler Cornell throws in his hand. And now Harry used to have a pizza shop.
Yeah, got rid of the pepperoni. Now has a bottled water company. Good poker player, though.
Will raise, and he's going to get called by Taylor McFarland from Seattle. Flops an ace-jack-9.
So Harry out in front with the two aces. He's reaching for betting chips.
Harry is a cash game player, local, and he's going to bet $115,000. Open-ended, though, for Taylor. You might want to speculate here.
He is going to make the call.
This is Taylor's fourth WPT event. And let's see if he catches. Nope, 5 of spades on the turn.
Well, Harry still thinks his aces are out in front. Indeed, they are. He's going to bet again, this time $230,000.
And Taylor's going to have to pay to see it, but he looks interested and makes the call. Down to the river we go. A 9 on the river, so no luck for Taylor.
It's a good check by Harry here. Give your opponent a chance to bluff at the pot in case he has a drawing hand, like he does.
Taylor started playing poker in high school. Look at this. He's going to take a shot at a bluff. Did not catch his hand, so that's what you do.
I bet you know what Harry's saying to himself now. It was a lot easier when I met Sally.
You worked on that for a long time, didn't you? Thought about it last night.
Tough decision for Harry, but you got to think aces up, probably the best hand. Indeed, they are. He makes the call. McFarland tried to bluff on the river. Didn't work.
And he's got his friends there. He's a local. Harry, a cash game player. Doing well right there with the call. We're just getting started at the Bicycle Casino here on the World Poker Tour.
Harry Arduña.
I've had a phenomenal week just to even make it this far. I've watched every episode. One day I'll have my name on that cup. Hopefully it's today.
Taylor McFarland.
This is going to be my first time on a televised final table. A little nervous in this spot, but I'm going to be comfortable once the cards get in the air.
Jeremy Kotler.
A lot of good results in the last few years. I think I've improved over time. You know, you do a lot of things to go your way. I'd really like to win this one. I'm hoping today's the day.
Tyler Kenny.
I feel like it's been a long time since I've had my moment in poker. I'm going to put other people to the test. I think it's my time to shine.
Mike Eskandari.
I really believe is winning it once is just called lucky one night. I like to win it, and then I like people to keep seeing me on the final table. Then I can say, hey, I'm here to stay.
Tyler Cornell.
I would probably play a better game without the cameras. I'm not here for the fame. I just want to win some money.
They're the 6 superstars going after this title here tonight.
Current chip leader still the same. Mike Eskandari out in front with $6 million. Harry Aratunian in second place with about $5 million.
Harry, a local player, plays a lot of cash games. 31 years old. Action's on him. Let's take a look at his cards. Well, he's got one of those little suited connectors, 5-6 of clubs, but he elects not to play.
Over to Taylor McFarland. Lays down an ace-9 offsuit.
And now Jeremy Kotler with an ace-queen.
Well, this is certainly going to be raised. 105,000. Jeremy Kotler, a businessman. Plays poker as a hobby, but takes it very seriously. Has done very well.
Tyler Kenny, very talented young pro, goes out. And now the chip leader, Mike Eskandari, with a pair of 3s, has made the call. Tyler Cornell goes out. Here comes the flop. It's a queen, jack, jack.
So good flop for Jeremy there. Mike checks the 2 3s.
And let's see if we see the continuation bet.
Kotler with top pair and top kicker. He's going to check, though.
Turn card is a 4 of diamonds. So now there's 3 diamonds. Jeremy, of course, with the ace of diamonds. Mike's going to check again.
Jeremy is one of my favorites. He's playing solid poker. As a matter of fact, I love to play top-notch players because I know where they're at. I can have a good read, and my read is my biggest weapon on the table.
Well, Jeremy's going to reach for chips this time. Has the best hand with the best draw.
That's 110.
Well, because Kotler checked on the flop, he's getting called by Mike here with the 2 3s.
King of spades on the river. Doesn't change anything.
Well, Mike checks. Now, you have the ace of diamonds, so you think your opponent's got something when he makes the call. So you understand why Jeremy checks on the river here. The 2 queens are going to win this pot. So Jeremy Kotler, who has worldwide earnings of $1.2 million, come to this final table. He's never won a live tournament, though. Looking to do that today.
One poker tip I would give to people who are just starting out is basically never give up. I know it sounds cliche, but when you still have a stack, never give up. Any chips you have, you're still alive, and just don't give it away. There's no question, this tournament, I had a lot of things go my way. Had a few speed bumps here along the way as well. The nice thing about having a lot of chips is you withstand that stuff, and you're still in the tournament and try to build it back up.
Yeah, I used to be a real estate guy, now a semi-professional poker player, businessman. Jeremy Kotler. And right now the antes are going up to 10,000. Blinds are 30 and 60. Mike Eskandari still the chip leader.
Well, over to Taylor McFarland, who's on the short stack right now. Looks at a queen deuce offsuit. He's going to go out.
Kotler won't play that mess. And now the man with the washcloth on his head, Tyler Kenny, he won't play.
Over to the chip leader. Mike Eskandari going to make a raise on the button here with the king-9 offsuit.
Tyler out, but Harry with a king-jack will make this call. We are going to see the flop.
Well, flop is 10-9-5 rainbow. Mike has made second pair here. Action's going to be on Harry. And he's going to lead out and bet with the gut shot straight draw and the 2 overcards.
Trying to take the play away from the chip leader, but it's not going to work. Mike makes the call.
No, Vince, he raises the pot.
Did he raise it? Oh, wow.
405,000 he's made it.
He's going to test Harry, but that's a quick test because Harry just immediately puts in the rest of the chips.
Well, I love this raise, Vince, because it's going to freeze your opponent on the turn. There you see it. Because he raised there, now it's his option whether he wants to continue betting or not to. Now an ace comes off on the river.
Let's see if Harry gets bold. Take a stab at this bluff. No. He checks again.
But look at this. Mike reaching for chips. Even though he's got 9s, just in case his opponent's got a pair of 10s, he might lay him down here when the ace comes on the river. So Mike going to make a stab at this pot. Going to win it with 2 9s. So well done by the chip leader right there, Mike Eskandari.
He's got his fans in the audience. Mike Eskandari winning that hand. 6 players remain here at the bike. We're coming back for more.
Welcome back to Los Angeles and the Bicycle Casino.
6 players competing for this championship. The Legends of Poker continues. And right now, Mike Eskandari is the chip leader. He's a local. He's 54 years old. He's got his fan base here tonight.
Yeah, oldest player at the table. Came to the final table as chip leader, known as CBK. Still out in front with a nice lead.
Comeback kid. And actions on Jeremy. Former real estate guy quickly folds. Tyler Kenny also out.
Over to the chip leader, Eskandari. He's out as well.
So now it's around to Tyler Cornell from San Diego. He's got ace-3.
About everybody's going to raise on the button, but this hand, he's doing it too. 125,000. Harry goes out.
And now Taylor McFarland from Seattle. He's got king-6. He's in the big blind. Can he afford to splash around? He says yes. Puts in his money. We're going to see a flop.
Well, he's on the short stack, so bold call by him there, but might work out. He's flop bottom pair here. He has 2 6s.
Yeah, got a little piece of it.
He's going to check.
Taylor, he's very good. I have a lot of respect for his game. It sucks having him on my left because he's going to play pretty perfectly against me. He's not going to make very many mistakes, I think.
Well, let's see if he makes a mistake here or not.
Interesting about him, he was a last-minute entry. Just was visiting friends down here in L.A., and he said, I'm going to play this tournament, and he's doing great. And look at this, 3 of a kind for him.
Well, has his opponent drawing dead right now. How do you play the 3 6s? You check and hope he fires again.
Will Tyler do it and fall into that trap? No, too smart. Checks it as well down to the river card.
Well, an 8 comes up. McFarland not going to like that card because now there's a 4-card straight on the board, but I'm sure he's going to check and call here in case Cornell bets. But he's going to check it down. Taylor McFarland going to take down this pot with the 3 6s.
He says he's a very competitive guy, loves poker, played football in high school. There is Vivek Rajkumar, a WPT champion, rooting on his good friend Taylor McFarland.
I played a lot of poker with Vivek. He is a terrific player. Happy to see Taylor taking down that pot.
Okay, on to the next hand. Harry Abertunian owns a bottled water company right now. Quickly folds his hand. Taylor, very successful on that last hand. Won't play that. Jeremy Kotler out.
So around to the button. Tyler Kenny looks at the king 5 offsuit, just gives it up quietly. So it's a battle of the blinds here.
Mike Eskandari, the chip leader with queen 7. He's going to make the raise. 120 to go. And Tyler Cornell with one of those very seductive suited connectors will make this call and try to strike lucky. Here we go.
Now flop king 3 deuce. No help for Mike, but he's going to make a continuation bet here anyway.
80,000. Tyler with just an inside straight draw looks over.
The backdoor flush draw. He's going to make the call.
Gets a read on his man and makes a nice solid call with nothing. Going to the turn, but now he catches a 5, gets a little piece of it.
Look at this. Mike going to fire a second shell here. Showing a lot of heart here. Now he's got the big chip lead, so you can afford to show heart. But 200,000 to bet now.
He's going to try to put the pressure on the young guy from San Diego, but it's not going to work because Tyler likes his hand now, makes this call.
And he's got a pair and a good shot straight draw. The 7 comes off. Look at that. Just like that, Mike has made the best hand with 2 7s. He checks. Cornell checks right behind him and takes a sigh as he realizes he got outdrawn on the river there. And there you see the CBK fans.
It's my specialty.
The comeback kid. Well, he came back on that hand, that's for sure. But he doesn't have to come back on these players because he's the chip leader right there, as you can see, with close to 7 million in chips now.
Didn't let his foot off the pedal, kept pushing, and then he finally gets lucky. Takes down the pot. Back to the action. Tyler has got to be a little frustrated by that last event. He folds a 9, 8. Harry, with a pretty decent ace-10 of spades, will raise. 120 to go.
Standard raise hand.
Taylor with a nothing 7-5. Goes out. Kotler out.
Tyler Kenny. He goes out.
But our chip leader with the king 8 this time will make this call.
Well, why not? Just won the last pot with a queen 7 offsuit.
So ace 10 versus king 8. And look at this king 8 ace on the flop. 2 pair for Mike, and he checks it.
Oh, this could be something big, Vince. These are the 2 chip leaders going at it. One's got top pair, the other flop 2 pair.
Continuation bet with the aces for Harry. He bets 140.
But do you raise now, Vince, or slow play and raise later? He's just calling here with the kings and 8. So we're going to the turn.
Oh, with this very safe 5 of clubs from Mike, and he's going to check again. Harry's going to make the bet of 230.
Well, you're going to see a check raise here, I'm pretty sure. Wow, he just makes a call here, Vince. Doesn't raise with 2 pair. I can't believe it.
Very shocking. Down to the river, a 7 of diamonds.
Well, he checks.
Oh, boy.
And a good check by Harry right behind him. Well, Vince, Mike Eskandari is pulling that horn like he did something special there. The truth is, he lost a lot of value by never raising after flopping 2 pair.
Nice flop.
He really did. He lost a lot of value.
Lucky.
As he rakes in the chips, he's the chip leader. We're coming back with more action in just a moment.
Welcome back to the WPT Legends of Poker, brought to you by Club at WPT.com. Now, just because you're sitting at home doesn't mean you can't jump in the game. At Club WPT, you can play for a share of $100,000 in cash and prizes each month. You could win a seat to one of our main events and sharpen your poker skills on the virtual felt. So log on to club at WPT.com. You won't regret it. Looks like action is starting back up here at the bike, so I'll send it down to Mike and Vince.
Well, there you see the chip counts of the players. Eskandari well out in front with $7.5 million, has a commanding chip lead right now.
The antes are still 10,000, the blinds 30 and 60,000. Back to the felt we go. Jeremy Kotler.
Yeah, action on the Buckeye. He folds.
Tyler Kenny hasn't picked up too many hands. Folds that one as well. Now the chip leader, Mike, with a king-queen, is going to raise to 125.
Over to Cornell. On the button, he folds.
And Harry from L.A., the cash game player with the suited connector, will make this call. He's got a 9-10 of hearts.
Over to McFarland, getting a good price to call, but has no hand here. So he's going to get out. So the 2 chip leaders going at it here.
King-queen versus 9-10 of hearts, and the flop is a 3-3-6.
Well, no help to either player. Action on Harry, he checks. Continuation bet by Mike of $125,000.
He's going to put the pressure back on Harry.
He's getting out raising chips. He's going to check raise the chip leader here, $425,000. He's cracking his knuckles, Vince, but don't think he can make a play here with just a king-queen in this spot.
He is going to lay that down. Great play by Harry.
He says, oh, boy. Harry, you're dirty, Harry, to raise me there. Nice play.
Former pizza shop owner spreads the tomato sauce on his victim. Harry with a big, bold move. Beautifully done.
You got a lot out there.
There's people out there that they won't let him in right now.
I'm talking about your chips.
Oh, I thought you meant... That's what you meant. Thank you.
Tyler this time with a quick fold, and Harry picks up a pair of 7s.
Well, he won that last pot by check raise with no hand and no draw against the chip leader, so he's feeling good. You know he's going to play these 2 7s. Ooh, he's going to raise it, $120,000.
Into Taylor, who just has a queen 8. Won't make that call. Jeremy out as well.
So over to Tyler Kenny. He looks down at the king 4 hearts in position, but opts not to play it.
And now our chip leader Mike has picked up a pair of 6s.
And he's going to raise here, Vince. He's going to 3-bet with 2 6s. Makes it $410,000 to go.
Going to put the pressure right back on Harry.
Well, Harry in a dominating position here with 2 7s against 2 6s. But what do you do after the guy 3-bets in front of you with this middle pair? And the guy doing it is the chip leader.
You invest more. That's exactly what Harry's doing.
Yep, he makes the call.
Harry said he's seen every WPT event. He's watched every one. That's pretty impressive. But the flop comes up at ace, queen, 4. No help to either player. Uh-oh. He's doing it.
The continuation bet here by Mike. 450,000.
It's pretty healthy.
This hand is going to demonstrate the power of the 3-bet. There you see Harry showing the 7, throwing him away. But had Mike not 3-bet before the flop there, if he'd have just called and then checked, good chance that Harry would have bet and won that pot. The power of the 3-bet in display here tonight at the Legends of Poker.
Hammer time.
Bicycle Casino is definitely one of my favorite places in the whole wide world. First of all, it's home. Second of all, they have great tournaments throughout the whole year. Bicycle is wonderful. And the staff are very friendly, very accommodating. They always listen to what the players are asking for and try to improve themselves, and that's why they're very successful right now.
Well, players do love it here at the Bike. They have great tournaments and great cash game action. And before we get back to the action, let's check out the sensational play of our chip leader as he holds strong in the monster hand of the day.
He was the comeback kid, Mike Eskandari. He took aggression into his own hands when he 3-betted with pocket 6s after a raise by Harry holding a pair of 7s.
Oh, you're right, Vince. He showed no hesitation and no mercy. He fired the C-bet on the flop. Wanting no part of that action, Harry folds his hand. It extends Mike's dominant run here at the final table.
Right now, Mike Eskandari, 7.8 million in chips. He is running over the table at this point. Let's go back down to the table. And the antes are going up to 10,000. Blinds are 40 and 80. As we continue to compete here, 6 players going after the Legends of Poker.
Jeremy Kotler goes out.
Tyler Kenny hasn't been able to play too many cards, not getting any, and he goes out. Our chip leader does as well.
Okay, over to the button. Cornell on the short stack here, but opts not to play King 6.
To Harry, the local, the cash player.
Now certainly going to raise out of the small blind here like he does. 165,000 to go.
Taylor McFarland will make the call with a queen 10.
So the blinds battling here. The flop comes Queen Jack 4. Good flop for McFarland. He's got top pair. Action is on Harry.
He didn't hit there, but he's got his hand out for a bet. Yep.
Well, 155,000 is the bet.
And now Taylor with top pair.
All in.
There he goes. Yep, it's about that time. He started pushing. And Harry can't take the heat. And Taylor McFarland taking that as his buddy Vivek in the audience and their friends.
Power poker.
We'll find out soon.
You know, Taylor's just a great story. Just showing up here in town to visit friends and says, hey, I heard there's a poker tournament going on. He decides to play it. And now he's at the final table. How exciting that has to be.
McFarland says he's not nervous playing at the table, but he's nervous in front of the cameras. Doesn't look like it so far.
Harry and Taylor going out.
Over to Kotler. Now the WPT Hole Cam sponsored by DraftKings. Oh, and look at this. He's picked up pocket kings.
160.
And anytime a player at the final table picks up 2 kings, as Kotler has here, he gets $1,000 put in his DraftKings account.
Well, he's made it 160. Tyler Kenny can't play. And now our chip leader, Mike. Call. He's got to make this call. And Tyler, now with a king 10.
Well, he's also got a good price to make this call, Vance. So we're going to have 3-way action here. Jeremy well out in front with the 2 kings right now.
Here comes the flop. A big ace and 3 clubs. Disappointing for Kotler.
The chip leader, Eskandari, leading right out with 2 aces and a flush draw.
Taylor going out. Now, Kotler does have the king of clubs, though.
Vance, you think he just might shove right here with the nut flush draw and 2 kings. In case his opponent's got a weak ace, you might get him off of it.
He's going to push it. Makes it 460 to go.
How much you got behind?
I love this raise, Vince. He's got a hand he can draw to no matter what happens. And in case his opponent's got a weak ace like he does, he might just throw it away right here.
Call.
But Mike is not going to throw away anything. He's making this call. Discouragement of Kotler. Would just love to hit a club right now. Can he do it? Nope. Jack of diamonds.
All in.
Oh, Mike is going to push them all in.
Wow. It's just like he knew he had the king of clubs, Vince, and that's what he was raising on. Incredible.
But Jeremy, with the kings, hard to lay it down. You got the king of club out there as well. He's going to take a gamble. He's making this call.
Oh, you're good.
Well, over $2.5 million in the pot. He's got $1 million left.
Oh, you're the kings.
Ooh. Mike very happy he's out in front. Didn't think he was when he got called.
Jeremy Kotler, the former real estate guy, has to sweat out a card.
Jeremy Kotler's going to have to catch a king or a club. Otherwise, he'll be our 6th place finisher.
Can he get the magical club? No, it's a jack of spades. Mike Escuderi taking down that pot. Going to knock out Kotler.
He came to this final table in 6th place, and that's where he finishes.
A great gentleman, great player. He's going to take home $83,000. And just like that, Jeremy's out of here. We're down to 5.
I wanted to make sure there's no club out there, and I pushed out. I can't believe he called.
Yeah, that was sick.
That was crazy.
I had 20 big blinds to start the hand. I flopped enough flush draw, and I thought, potentially I could get him to fold in the flop, and, at least check back the turn if I didn't hit. And when he shoves the turn, I mean, there's just too much in the pot to fold. So, that's how it goes sometimes.
With Jeremy Kotler's elimination, we end our first hour of coverage from the bicycle.